What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are having an amazing day so far. First off, I just want to apologize for the delay in the videos. Literally the day that the game came out, I got super sick with the thing we're not supposed to talk about on YouTube, and yeah, it's been a rough few days, so I'm back, I'm here. I recorded a bunch of gameplay while I was sick and ready to kind of talk about it with you guys. So real quick, I just want to thank everybody for the subs, the likes, and all the support you have shown. It means the world to me. And without further ado, let's talk about getting these ARs forged. So the base camos we're not really going to talk about that much because they're pretty self-explanatory, such as get 50 kills while ADS, get 15 headshot kills, and get 25 kills while in the attack stance. These all tracked with no problem for me. I mean, I got them done pretty easily. It's more of the leveling up the weapon that takes the longest for me in this game, as well as any other Call of Duty, really. I'd say the hardest one out of all of these probably get the 15 headshot kills, or the get 25 kills in tac. The headshot kills were the hardest on the SVA 545, only because that gun is kind of jumpy with the recoil. And I'd also say the tac stance kills were also pretty difficult with this weapon, just due to like the bloom and how the weapon spread kind of happened. But with time and just using these weapons overall, I'm sure you can get these done no problem. I did have a little bit of trouble with the tac stands with the MTZ, just because the gun is very weak, and if you don't hit him with every single bullet of that tac spread, like, it's gonna be kind of hard to secure that kill because they can easily just turn around and one-shot you. This was made more difficult by the increased TTK and increased health, so with this gun you're gonna want to have to be very accurate or be very up close to your opponent. Yeah, make sure you're close before you engage because they can easily turn around. Yeah, and it's very frustrating to me. It happened to me a few times, and yeah, it kind of pissed me off. I will say that, you know, playing this game the past, 6 days or so, that ARs are extremely blessed. And what I mean by that is that they have the highest damage output, the best kind of overall usage in terms of movement and damage speed. Depending on how you set them up, they could definitely be the best gun class in the game behind sniper rifles. Sorry if you hear me like a little bit nasally, if you hear me a little bit stuffed up. I'm still a little sick, so, pardon me for that. So the SVA 45 was a pretty hard gun to do all these challenges on, just because without any attachments or without the base gun, this thing absolutely shoots marshmallows. It only gets better if you use high grade ammo or hover pressured ammo and put an extended barrel on it. Then it kind of starts to come around, but other than that, yeah, this thing is just the damage output just doesn't feel good. I mean, and for me, it's got this awkward like 2-round burst when you first start firing it that it just feels weird. Getting headshots with it was kind of difficult just because it does have like the least amount of recoil control out of all of the ARs, and aiming for the head was a little bit difficult. Nevertheless, though, we got it done in one game of Rust, and it was pretty rewarding actually. I would say there's a tie for the best AR in the game between the Holger and the MCW, although I do feel like I would give the edge with the Holger because at range it just feels like it has a little bit more damage output than the MCW does. In terms of CQC or like close range, I would say the MTZ is actually really good, but just in that tac stance it's pretty damn awful or useless. So yeah, the base camos really didn't give me any trouble in terms of tracking or any problems in terms of difficulty or overall just shittiness. The real problem came when it was time to do the gold challenge, actually, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So in past Call of Duties, we've always had, bugged out camos where some things count for this and some things count for that. I've talked about it a million times. Modern Warfare 2 was surprisingly, pretty efficient in getting these camo challenges streamlined and actually not having many bugs with them. And unfortunately, Sledgehammer has always had a bad rap with having bugs in the camo grinds and Vanguard and all that stuff. So this game, obviously was going to have some problems, and I knew it from the start because you can't have 9 mastery camos in one game without having some sort of problems. The problem that I ran into with the Gilded for the ARs was the get 3 kills in one magazine 10 times. I just noticed that when you would get the 3 kills, sometimes it would count, sometimes it wouldn't. I did notice that getting triple kills was pretty much the key to getting this done the right way. Because, for example, what I would do sometimes when I would get 2 kills and then I would hide, and then I would kind of like wait a while for that 3rd kill to come around in the same magazine without reloading, and it wouldn't count at all. But when I got all 3 kills in one swift motion, or when I got a triple kill, that's when it would count the most. Another thing I noticed was that, I would die and then get 2 kills and then die again and then come back and get that 3rd kill, and it would count for some reason. This challenge was just straight up bugged out for, some odd reason. And it wasn't like this just for the ARs. Like, I'll talk about it on the battle rifles video too, but like this challenge is just whack, dude. So my advice for getting this, gilded camo done easily is just get as many kills as you can without reloading, because that really seems to do the trick. Or just, really aim for triple kills. If you see a group of enemies, try to take out as many as you can. I would suggest doing it in hardcore, because getting multi-kills in hardcore seems to be a little bit easier than the core. And again, that's due to the 150 HP increase in TTK. It's just, a lot easier to get those multi-kills when you have, one bullet, one kill kind of damage doing. And yeah, in hardcore, it just seems a lot easier to get this gilded done. I just wish Sledgehammer would make an actual comprehensible camo grind without any problems, or with something that we can actually easily understand. Because even in Vanguard with the whole launchers debacle, I remember, getting 3 kill streak destructions in one game with the rocket launcher was stupid, because the UAVs wouldn't count, counter UAVs, blah blah blah, the equipment wouldn't count. So we all just ended up beating a bunch of dogs to death in what was it called? In the house map. I don't remember the particular name, but yeah, that's what we ended up doing. Just waiting for somebody to call in dogs, and then just meleeing the dogs to death with rocket launchers. Now, this game isn't that bad or that extreme, but it is frustrating to see that there are still camo glitches where I really can't figure out how it works either. Usually I could tell, oh, okay, so they have to do this in order for it to count, or I have to do this in order for it to count, but this particular gilded camo, I was really dumbfounded. I didn't know what counted or what wasn't counting, or yeah. It was just really, really broken, so that's kind of annoying, but and it happens to be on all 3 of the ARs too. It's not just 1 or 2, it's on all 6 of the ARs, so yeah, you have to go through this 6 times, and it's a little annoying, and then another 3 times in the battle rifles. So once again, my biggest advice is just get as many kills as you can without reloading, and go for triple kills. That's really what you need to do for this camo. So now we're going to go ahead and take the forged camo challenges and kind of break them down one by one to see for each gun how to do it, and I'll give you a little bit of tips and pointers along the way. So for the SVA 545, for the forged, you get 25 multi-kills, and then the only thing I can really say about this one is just, go into hardcore and see how many, multi-kills you can get with the ease of TTK. Because I was noticing in core, with one clip of 30 rounds, it's kind of tough to even get 2 kills with how high the HP is in this game, So I would say, just do that in hardcore. With the MTZ 556, the forge just get 10 kills on moving in tac stance. For this one, I think it's more about map selection than anything. I think if you're going to be doing this one in smaller maps, or maybe maps with a lot of action and a lot of traffic, such as Terminal or Rust, or maybe even places like Skid Row would be a good one. But maps like Quarry or Rundown or anything like that with a lot of open spaces, this challenge is not going to be very easily. So just pick your maps carefully. The Holger 556 just get 25 kills with underbarrel attachments. I know FaZe Jev was kind of confused by this one, as he attached an underbarrel noob tube, but you don't have to do that. It literally just means have an underbarrel attachment on your weapon and you'll get 25 kills, and it's super easy. Just put a grip on it and you'll be fine. With the MCW, it's get 3 kills without dying 10 times. I'm not gonna lie, I played like a little bitch when I had to get this done in hardcore. I would just find a good angle where there's a lot of traffic and kind of just sit there and wait for people to pass by. I know it's kind of a wuss way to do it, but hey, it gets the job done, and it actually goes by pretty damn quick. So, or you can go into core and test your luck out there too. This challenge is not that difficult, but if I were to give some tips on it, hardcore would be probably the easiest way to get it done. The DG58 is the burst weapon. The forged is get 10 kills while ADS and strafing. Pretty simple actually. Just whenever you're in a gunfight, just make sure you're moving back and forth, and you're gonna get that done no problem. With the FR556, it is get 21 burst kills, and again, that's easily done in hardcore. So a lot of these kills on all these challenges are very easy and can be easily done in hardcore. And that's unfortunately true for a lot of the weapons in this game, like the BRs and shotguns as well. So far, as far as I can tell, that's pretty much the consensus, is playing a lot of hardcore with these guns. And that's pretty much it as far as a rundown or a kind of overall view of the camos go for the ARs. Not a lot of tips I can give, maybe on some of them, but for the most part, they're actually pretty self-explanatory, not that difficult. But I do feel like I did provide some sort of useful hints, just things that I've learned on my camo grind and things that I kind of picked up on, especially with the gilded challenge. Because at first that thing was not tracking right, especially with the way I was trying to go about it, and I kind of learned more about it in hopefully you don't have to go through that. Now you know, just, you know, focus on triple kills and focus on getting kills quicker, and also just kills without reloading in general. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, and hopefully if you like this video, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help me out immensely, and it is free, but thank you so much for watching. I hope this guide helped you out. We're going to be making one on the BR soon, and I will catch you in that one. So goodbye.